The Hamish and Andy Show podcast. Powered by Amy. Lucky you're with Amy.
Right. It's time to get down to business. With your help, Hamish and Andy are covering off on every topic in the world. And right now, there is no topic more important than...
Housemates.
Before you do a skerrick of work today, make sure you know all there is to know about...
Housemates.
When we talk business, we talk...
Housemates.
I'm Peter Harvey. This is Hamish and Andy's Business Brunch, and business starts... now.
Thank you, Peter. Of course, in Canberra, where more business gets done than anywhere in Australia, maybe even the world.
I'd say, apart from us, they're the guys that are the best at dodging, doing everything.
It is Hamish and Andy's Business Brunch.
Here.
Yeah, the third instalment.
Encore!
We've got a few more contractually to do, so yes.
No, and we will not stop doing this show until every topic in the world has been covered. And that might be 10,000 years, and if we have to drag ourselves in here on our bloody, decaying bodies.
With weird exoskeletons that we've bought from Tokyo.
If I look like Krang from the Ninja Turtles and I'm just a body in the guts of a robot, I will do the show.
27 trillion topics we're going to cover off. We've already done a two this week.
Getting there.
Today, it's all about housemates. If you want to join in Facebook, the Hamish and Andy, you can get on that, or hamishandandy.com/topics. All the topics are there. Anything you want to add. Haim, so much to get through with housemates the next hour.
A lot of stuff to discuss about housemates. Now, people have heard this show now for 2 days in a row. You get the gist of it.
Yeah.
We start with this bit, with the music behind us. Then we like to get into fast business. Then we discuss a few things. Then we finish off with other business. So, fast business is coming up right after this.
Hamish and Andy. Topic today is housemates. All new topics are up. hamishandandy.com, upcoming topics, you go hamishandandy.com/topics if you want to contribute anything to them.
Get amongst it. You too could be enjoying the fame that the following people are going to get because it's fast business.
Fast business.
Fast business. Quickly, just burning through some stuff. A lot of emails coming for housemates. Tessa emailed in, very long story. The headline... Cats can wee on you. Look out for cats. They can wee on you. You moved into a house, got cats, got weed on.
Okay.
Fast business, quick. Watch out for cats weeing on you if you're a housemate.
Well,
or in life. You don't have to be a housemate. I'll expand that. If you see a cat, it can wee. Stay away from it. Don't let it get on you. Let it get on your head or your bed. If you're a witch, you're allergic to water, I assume you're allergic to wee. Don't let a cat wee on you.
Company man Thomas William Andrews.
Sorry, I feel like I was going too fast.
He's from Glasgow.
Oh, great. The brakes are on fast business.
He's saying, make sure you don't get anyone in a tribute band of any kind as a housemate.
That's a great tip.
I think that's a really good tip.
That's a really good tip. I'll tell you who that would be a good tip for. Company lady, Ashley O'Hare. She's only 14. She's from Narrandera. Mm-hmm. She said, housemates are cool, but I've never had any. But I think they're cool because I've seen them on movies and they look cool, and that's all I know about housemates.
Yes.
So she's looking forward to housemates, but I hope she's listening to this going, oh, yeah, tribute bands, especially if they're like a tribute band if someone had a cat. Maybe you're in a Cats tribute musical band. Terrible.
Terrible.
That guy's going to have a gig, come home and do a wee on you, Ashley, and that is a promise.
Company man Andrew Richardson, part of Fast Biz Ham.
Yep.
He said, my housemate's name's Jenny.
Yep.
She's pretty good. She has been my housemate for years now.
Yep.
She washes my clothes. She does all the dishes. She cleans up after the dog. And then goes on to say, she's my mum.
And I'm the dog.
And
I call myself the dog.
Are you allowed to refer to, I mean, you used to do this when we were back at uni when you were talking to females.
Yeah, and I just live with a couple of chicks.
You used to live with your mum and your sister, and you used to always just go, you're just living with a couple of chicks.
I'm a pretty cool guy. I can relate to women because I live with a couple of babes. And I can assure you it's platonic.
Are you allowed to do that?
I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Zoe, here's a little tip for when you're married. Zoe doesn't find it hilarious when I introduce her as my housemate / wife. Yeah. Here's one. This is just a great one that's sort of neither here nor there. Rachel, the company lady Rachel, she's in Sydney. She lives on campus. She's had 8 housemates over the last couple of years. But Wednesday she's got 2 new girls moving in. Now, bearing in mind, her name's Rachel. She's got another Rachel coming in and a Rochelle. 3 Rachels, 1 house. Not enough for a sitcom. but enough for a short, interesting email. That's where I think the depths of that situation tap out.
What about this? Kathleen Ham, company lady, as part of the business brunch today. She does have a housemate. I haven't said her full name to protect her here because she doesn't really like her. And so
we've got a lot of those people writing in that hate their housemates, but I feel guilty reading it out.
Hence, feels very uncomfortable introducing her as housemate, considering mateship is something that we all enjoy when we can sit around and share stories and love for one another. What am I calling her? At the time, I wanted to say this is my house, not my mate. I think that's probably a bit rough.
House enemy is as extreme as it gets.
Yes,
house acquaintance,
maybe house acquaintance,
house occupant, house partner.
This is the person that lives with me.
It's so obvious you're dodging the word mate, though, isn't it?
I know.
You could call them a housey, because even though it's a fun term, you have not used the word mate. Interesting. Stick with housey. How's this one?
Mm-hmm. Last for Fast Biz.
Okay, sorry, Fast Biz. Fast Biz. Mel, company lady Mel, lives in a flat. Lived in a flat with someone that had wild mood swings. Would leave her dishes weeks, cause rats to live in the place. If you taught her to do the dishes, she'd have a tantrum. She carried around a blanket and she sucked her thumb. Is it possible that is a baby? that is a real baby that Mel lived with, because she never actually says she's a grown-up. But she's
so you think that's very unfair of her? If the kid is, or her housemate is under 3, it's an unfair appraisal.
That is an unfair appraisal. Like Zoe and I do have a housemate who, walks around nude, poos in a little tray in the kitchen, just scratches anything he wants, and sleeps all day and doesn't have a job. But, that is a cat's life, and that is what cats will do. He's got a little job. He works at a coffee shop just waitressing and stuff. He's not very good, and I understand where that is.
It's Hamish and Andy's Business Brunch. Today is all about the topic of housemates.
And we did say when we popped it up at the website, you could include Big Brother housemates in this story, in these stories, questions, theories, comments. One has come in that is blowing my mind, Anna. This is amazing. The email allocation system, you're going to rue the day we got assigned the 50-50 email slip, because you want this one. Damn it. How's this for an amazing story? So this comes in from Shav. So this week my dog overheated after playing too much fetch, right? They had to call the vet. The vet comes over. It's none other than Dr. Ray Baxter, Big Brother housemate from 2012, last year, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Ray invites them. They make friends with Ray. Ray invites us.
Do you know who Ray Baxter is, Cackley Jack?
Look, I'll be honest, I didn't look this up.
I don't, but I didn't see much of it. I mean,
we know about the Genius.
For a little bit.
We're in Europe.
We're in Europe. Doesn't matter. It's still a big get. There's still a lot of people that watch, they will know Dr. Ray.
Okay.
Dr. Ray
Hang on, just looking outside. Zoe out there, do you know? No. Okay.
Listen, though.
Well, all I'm saying is when you're bragging about your email and I was...
Ray, listen to this. Ray invites them to a hip-hop hooray party that he was hosting at his house. You have to come as Dr. Ray.
No, you don't.
He had a ray gun because he's a vet, and it was a tube, a Perspex tube, that when it opened up, a bird flew out of the ray gun because he's a vet.
No, he did. At the party? Or?
At the party, at the hip-hop hooray party that Dr. Ray hosted, and everyone had to come as him.
So, have you made that... You've made this whole thing up.
I made up some bits.
Hand me the email. I have the email in front of me now.
Well, I just thought it needed some spice.
Okay. The email finishes where his dog overheats and none other than Dr. Ray Baxter, Big Brother housemate from 2012, came around. That's it. And then it says good vet. There's no mention of a Dr. Ray, a hip-hop hooray party, a ray gun firing out birds. Do you think
What
this
an
is
amazing
fair?
email that would have been.
Yeah, I know, but this is not fair.
Well, that's where my head was going when they started saying, then Ray Baxter came around and I went, oh, what happened? And then he just says, good vet.
I could have said a story.
saying.
You're
You're the one that blew the whistle on it.
Kathleen from earlier on, talking about her housemate.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make up that her housemate Barack Obama.
You didn't have to, because that was a great story. And I'm not having a go at Shav. I'm just saying, get my hopes all up. In comes Ray, and then, he's just a good vet. I can't do anything with that.
I've got an actual story.
Okay. That's good. I mean,
from a fellow called Marcus who's in quite...
Now I know.
He's in quite...
Now I know where the line is.
Quite the conundrum, this guy Marcus. He probably needs everyone's help straight after this. It's Hamish and Andy's Business Brunch. Today's topic is housemates, and we're really looking at a windy Van Houten of a show.
Are we really? This is almost the perfect windy storm.
Haim, this show is dedicated just to the one topic per day, and Marcus has got a hell of a tale for us, and he needs our ears and the rest of Australia. Marcus joins us. How are you, mate?
How you doing, boys?
Yeah, well,
Marcus, company man, Marcus. Welcome to the Business Brunch.
Thank you very much. It's a privilege. I'm wearing my suit.
Yeah, good. Now, you've got some kind of plight. We say how you're going. We shouldn't have. It's probably a sensitive topic because you are in...
Well, I'm in the dark here, Marcus.
Yeah.
What's going on? This is Ando's found this email himself. He's brought it to the brunch. I'm keen to find out what's up.
Well done, Ando. It's basically just I've moved into a place about a week ago. The other guy who's already in there has said I'm moving out, and he's a dude in charge of all the bills and whatnot. So hopefully that doesn't mean there's a massive debt waiting me. But anyway, I don't have a chance to interview the people he's interviewing to replace him. So I'm going to get left with someone, I guess, to live with. The other dude, the other housemates overseas.
And you're just stuck together like some sort of weird science experiment where the Russians want to see how long it takes for people to kill each other if they're in a confined space.
It's a bit that way. It's like a blind date, but you can't actually leave it. It's like you got to live with them.
Well, it's exactly prison. You just don't get to pick your housemate. You're not allowed to interview him in prison.
Well,
That's not how it works.
What I loved, Marcus, was the way you put it at the end of the email. You said, I'll put it in business brunch language. Is it acceptable for the outgoing stakeholder with no HR responsibilities or skill set to facilitate the long-term employment of a new member of the team? And that's the big worry.
It's reckless mismanagement, and you're coming right between the eyes here, Marcus. So would you like to maybe just now, because this will be broadcast and hopefully potential housemates will hear this, can you just give us 3 things you're looking for and 1 thing you would abhor in a new housemate? So the potential people that are aware they might be living with you can just steer clear.
Well, probably prompted by your prison observation, I'd be not looking for someone physically more imposing than me.
Yep. So you want someone to be your bitch? If I may use business parlance.
Yep, I'd be hoping to avoid that. So that'd be on the abhor. That's not on what I'm looking for.
Yes.
Otherwise, we're looking for the pretty standard stuff. Just people who pay rent and generally don't play loud music late. And
just a millionaire who's overseas 90% of the year on business and pays all the bills.
Oh, good call. Is that your core demographic? Yeah, those people could.
Since we've got
millionaires who love couches and home entertainment systems and tend to travel for 95% of the year.
Marcus, is there anything that the outgoing housemate's doing that's lending you to believe that he's not putting in the full amount of thorough work to get a new housemate?
Probably the bit which got me most worried was when he had a conversation with a guy like on hands-free where neither of them could really hear each other. And it didn't make any sense. And then at the end, he just turned to me and said, "Sounds solid. You want him?" I mean, his voice did sound kind of solid, but that's not really how you judge someone. I'm sort of more interested in if they got a job and stuff like that.
No, yeah, that's you want to be running CAA type checks, not something like that. You don't want to just be going, "Hey, he doesn't sound like a maniac."
Well, Marcus, good luck with it. If you get a new person, be sure to email us again in a 3-week period. I'm sure we'll do a bit of
follow up.
Where are they now? business
Yeah, I'm
brunchies.
sure it'll work out fine, hopefully. If you're a legal expert, that'd help as well, because I got no idea what's going on with the bills and things. But anyway.
Understand. The other thing we have to cover is right at the start of this phone call when I said that Ando found this and brought it to my attention. You said, good work, Ando. I should just point out the emails are randomly assigned, so I don't want you to sort of feel like I don't
like
care.
An oversight, Hamish.
I don't need to feel like I'm snubbing Marcus's plight, but I'm certainly glad it's been brought to the attention of the people.
Thanks, Marcus.
You all know you like a sleeping. I suspect that this is you just taking your eye off the ball, Hamish.
I didn't get any emails sent to me.
See you,
Thanks a lot,
mate.
boys.
Cheers.
See you, mate.
Big Brother came up more than once. More than this is in email. It came up once today's show already, and 3 emails. There's a lot of whatever happened to.
Yep. Do you want to know what happened to Dr. Ray?
No,
I heard.
I wanted to ask you if I suggested 3, because this is the 3 that came up.
Yep.
Which one would you track down if you had to track down one of these Big Brother housemates?
Yep.
Which one would you track down? Email came in and said, whatever happened to hot dogs?
He's in jail. He tried to steal a cow off Dr. Ray.
That's not true. So out of hot dogs,
Yep.
then the most controversial housemate,
Yep.
good old Merlin,
He's in the circus. Should be.
with the Free the Refugees, which turned out to be Free Ta Refugees because the masking tape.
fell off.
Or whatever happened to the very first Big Brother evictee on the very first series.
Who would that be?
She was Brazilian or something. This guy doesn't even know her name, so it's going to be tougher to do. That must have sucked to be the very first person ever voted out.
In Australia or internationally, are we talking?
I think it's in Australia.
Don't remember. We wouldn't have voted out a Brazilian girl first, would we?
I don't. Doesn't strike me as something that Australians would do.
Are we ever going to have an All-Stars where they come back? Have we had an All-Stars?
No, we had Celebrity. Sandlands was in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you've just tuned in, we are doing very vague, distant memories of
Anyway.
Big Brother that we might remember.
If you had to track down one of the 3, who would it be?
I would get onto Merlin and use him to track down hot dogs.
How come he took
Because
hot
they're
dogs?
mortal enemies. So it's sort of like if Merlin shows himself, then hot dogs won't be too far behind.
Remember I told you guys that Merlin did speeches at my school?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He did this, like a school circuit of coming to speak about refugees.
Oh, okay.
What did you learn?
I didn't know. He was playing at lunchtime, but I didn't go see him.
He's playing tickets are too expensive.
You're not playing a game.
It's not a big day out every lunchtime. Yeah, I went to the boiler room instead. The Prodigy were also on, so it was a bit easier to go see that.
By the bike shed. Hey, Jack, did you know anyone who went?
Yeah,
I can't
remember by name.
Too many
but
specifics, but he obviously went to speak about the refugees.
Yep.
At a guess, when it came to question time, how many questions were about refugees?
and how many were about?
What
Big
does
Brother?
Gretel smell like? What have you done with your Mitsubishi?
what would you think as a guess?
Yeah, I can't ask. Yeah, I couldn't guess.
Well, he might have played to no one because your school's famous for putting on gigs to no one. Your band played to no one when you were in the band Last Chance at your high school.
Yeah,
So
that was
this-
after hours, though. That was
Anyone play to anyone at your school? Goes to gigs.
It's all we've got time for Business Brunch today. Jack, what are upcoming topics? People that can go to hamishmedia.com/topics.
They're up on the website now. Tuesday is Crazy Dads.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then the other 3 topics for the week are accents, foolproof plans, and blue tack was suggested on email.
Slowly
as well.
crossing them off.
That sounds like a foolproof plan about a blue tag.
We'll
You
catch,
crazy dad. I incorporated them all.
we will catch you tomorrow, everybody. The topic tomorrow, of course, is childhood gangs.
This is a big one.
Yes, we'll see you then.
See ya.
That was the Hamish and Andy Show podcast, powered by Amy. Lucky you're with Amy.